All right, Marcus, the NHL debut on Long Island the other night. You score your first goal. Just tell us how that moment felt for you.
Yeah, it was a boy's dream, of course. Scoring on the first NHL game, it's a pretty big thing. So yeah, it was exciting and it was fun. My dad and girlfriend can be there too and see it.
What about the adjustment from the American Hockey League to the National Hockey League? Brad Larsen was happy with what you did on the ice. Did you feel pretty comfortable out there and that there wasn't that big of an adjustment for you?
Yeah, I think the speed wasn't so much faster, but the guys are better here. Like they poison with the puck, and if they have a chance to score, they're gonna score. So you need to keep your head up and head on a swivel in the D zone and try to be on the right side all the time.
What about the guys you're playing with right now? I know you were out there with Jake Bean today, but how easy did they make it for you in that first game?
Yeah, they make it very easy. All the really good hockey players, and they talk a lot out there and trying to help me and trying to say things that I can get help of. So they are huge.
Now that you've played one game in the NHL, are there some things that you've pinpointed in your game or how the game goes out there at this level that you want to kind of improve on as time goes on?
Yeah, keep battling hard and keep competing out there and be heavy on the pucks and make good plays through forwards with speed and just keep it simple and join the rush in the offensive zone and try to make plays.
What about the opportunity to just come back and have a practice today? I know you didn't have the opportunity to practice with the NHL team before your debut the other day, but is practice like this beneficial for you guys? Because I know there aren't that many days to practice in the NHL.
Yeah, of course. You get to feel the puck in, feel the speed out there, of course. But when you get the opportunity like this, you're gonna be ready. So if it's a practice or not, you just need to be ready and ready to compete.
What about the fact that you've been able to come up with some other guys that you're familiar with from the Cleveland Monsters? Gavin Bayruth or Jake Christensen, those guys are here. Emil Bemstrom, who's your countryman, of course, is here as well. Does that make things a little bit easier?
Yeah, of course. We have a good time in Cleveland too. Funny guys, and we like to hang with each other and go for dinner and stuff like that. So it's fun.
All right, tell me about tomorrow night here at Nationwide Arena, your very first opportunity to play in Columbus in front of the fans here. Are you excited for that?
Oh yeah, very excited. Of course, it was my first NHL game last time, but now I'm gonna play my first home game for the fifth line, so it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, thanks very much, Marcus, and good luck.
Thank you.
Right, this string you're on here, are you afraid to talk to Mike Vogt each day to see what the update is and who's taken ill and what's the status of your team's mental approach right now?
Yeah, every time he walks in my door, I'm terrified. Yeah. And it's not like, we're day to day. It's, he's out a month, he's out 2 months, he's out for the year. So we've had some bad news here over the last week and a bit. So as far as the mindset, we had a good talk for the Islanders game as a group and what we want to do, how we want to continue to. We got a lot of games here. It's not like there's 5 games left in the season, so there's no hiding. You got to go play the games. And the game in the Island, I thought the mindset was right. I thought the effort was there, and we're not going to be perfect. That's a team that had 0 injuries, and they're loaded and 2 years removed, I think, being in the conference finals. So they got a veteran team that with a really good goalie. So I thought we handled some of the swings fairly well. We held on at times, but we had the lead late in that game, and they had to come back on us. So after they scored the tying goal, we didn't give up a chance the last 6+ minutes in an environment where they were energized. That was a good sign. Patty catches his skate and tweaks his ankle there and gives up a 2-on-1. But if we don't do that, we're fine. It's just it's a fine line. But the mindset was right. How we had to play, I thought we did a lot of real good things. The effort was great by most guys.
And are you starting to get a little bit better as Corrali or Goodbranson back tonight?
Yeah, both those guys will be in tonight. Yeah, that's big for us.
Off the ice, just the team's involvement in Hockey Fights Cancer, it's touched everybody. Probably it's touched your family as well. Is that
touched me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Just for nobody fights alone, right?
That's it. And this is a disease, and it's like I said. Anybody in this room, it's either someone really close to you, a family member, children. Gosh, it's just something that's embedded in this, and I've had my couple bouts with it in different capacities and been very fortunate, very blessed in the outcome. But it's about others, right? It's about supporting them, and gosh, it's some people are in a much different tougher circumstance than others. Anytime we can bring attention to it the right way and support people, it's a fantastic night.
Your lineup tonight, who's in and who's out?
Tonight we'll have Patrick's out, Bayreuther will be out, Roslovic will be out, and then we got Gabranson, Corrali, and Johnson. He's in tonight. Yeah, and Elvis will be in. Then I think I said that before, but he's in.
You talked yesterday about talking to Jack, having
Yeah.
a discussion with him. Is it just as important that you have a discussion as to what is talked about? I mean, just so there's a line of communication.
Yeah, and know what? And with Jack, it's learning him even more now. It's probably more conversations earlier in the process of this too, and won't get into what we talked about. I think he's crystal clear and why he's out. And when he gets back in, he's going to have to fight to stay back in too. There's a better version of him, and I know that I've seen it. I watched it for 20 games last year at the end of the year. That when he's on and when he's playing and he's determined, he's a really good hockey player. But like anybody, you turn the dial back a bit and your standard drops a little bit. You're just not as effective, and we need everybody on deck right now.
Right, it's kind of a hell of a wake-up call to scratch him when you're in the situation you're in. Has his game devolved to that point where you felt this is a wake-up call, or he's
He's
one
out.
of your 12
Yeah.
best players?
He's out, so you read between the lines, yeah.